Okay, good morning. This is Susan Barrett and Beverly Jones. We are showing you we're making mask sleeves. These are not the masks themselves. They hold the paper masks, as you can see, and the mask goes inside. That's why I had it in there so we wouldn't have to fumble with it.
I know, but just to show that it goes over an already made paper mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it makes the mask last a little longer because those masks really are only probably viable for about 20 minutes, but they're having to wear them all day. Anyway, maybe they can do less face changes, mask changes. So that's, this one happens to be the same on both sides, but they're not all the same. Anyway, we have a bunch of them already done. They're different. Some of them are different on one side than the other. But so far we've done 67. Took us 2 days. Anyway, this is how it starts. It's a plain fabric, 7.5 by 8 inches to start the sleeve. And then we come over here to, Susan has stitched on the 8-inch side.
Turn it to the wrong side about 1/4 of an inch, and then just stitch it down to hold it. This gives you a finished edge on this edge, on the pleated edge.
Yes, and then here, hold that.
Yeah.
So what we do is we put a line here. It's 3/4, you said?
Yeah.
And I'm doing it on the wrong side so you can see it better, but it doesn't really matter which side you do it on. And these are lines that the pleats can't be any wider than this. So we also have a tape over here, and I'll show you that later. It's 4 1/4 inches, and it makes sure that the pleats aren't
the entire thing.
Right. You see this tape? Can you see that?
Yep.
The pleats can't be any larger than that. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be beautiful. And we pin them down so Susan can sew them. She likes me to leave the pins out. She likes me to leave the pins out so they're easier to get out. And after you do the first 10, they go pretty fast. They go pretty fast.
I didn't have it over. I apologize.
Yeah, we won't be movie moguls anytime soon.
Okay, now hold it up so you can see the pleat. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay.
So, it's a little, ow. The other side's a little faster. Like I said, they don't have to be, they have to be,
range.
They have to be at least.
Wait a minute. The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Not any smaller than between those two lines.
Right.
Okay.
So I can eyeball it now because I've done so many of these, but when you first start, you might need to use your little ruler. Anyway, then you pin the other side, and Susan's going to show you over there what she ends up doing with those. But we already have these together, so go ahead and show them.
Okay. So once it's finished pleating, I don't think I actually need to show you my sewing.
Right,
but once it's finished pleating, okay, that's what this is going to be. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. Take that to the sewing machine.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to stitch.
What? You're in the way.
I'm going to stitch just a straight line, and I'm going to violate every sewing rule, and I just stitch right over the pins. Just stitch it down on each side, okay? So you'll actually wind up with 2 lines. Your first line from when we turned the back under, and then another line. Who cares? This is function over beauty.
That's right.
Then once I've done that with 2 pieces the same size, I'm going to take these 2 pieces and put them together, right sides together, okay? And we're just going to stitch them along each side. Stitch and stitch along each raw edge. Everybody knows what raw, well, it's the only unfinished edge. Okay, you're going to stitch those. And when you do that and turn them right side out, snip off all your excess little thread tails here, then you wind up with a sleeve.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Thank you very much. Goodbye.